Goya. Hi. Hi, everybody. All right. Let's do this tonight. Just saying to Ellie how sore my eyes are tonight. So good luck trying to do this tonight. There we go. There's Ellie. Say hello. We're just waiting for the ads to go. Oop, better get my mic, better get my headset on. How much we got? We've got a minute and a half, guys. And then we start radio. Ooh, now is it working? Yes, we're live. Beautiful. Where's my headset? Oh. I think I've got to turn these lights down. How long have I got? As well as carpet blinds and shutters, an authorized dealer of major brands like Boral, Preference, and Quickstand. But I'm not so bright in our eyeballs, Ellie. 6660 or visit setimbers.com.au to arrange a free quality. Boom, boom. Back. What do we got? 30 seconds. That's better. It was directed right at my eyeballs. Whew. How is everybody? Tell me where you're from, suburb, state, country, county. Good evening. Welcome to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You're with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome to my show. I'm an international medium, which means I do this around the world pretty much. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You'll see me there. We're live across 8 platforms tonight. I am on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, and also 5 Facebook pages. So they're including the Alive 90.5 FM radio station Facebook page. But we stream live mainly from the main page, which is Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Ellie, my producer here, say hello, Ellie. Here we go. She's in the background there, just waving to everybody on the live. So it's a bit chilly outside, but not as chilly as I think it was last week. Do you think, Ellie? She's already sneezed tonight too, by the way, everyone. Fair enough. Oh, here we go. We're going to have a good night again. I can see it coming up. So tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. I love to know who I'm helping around the world. I've got my Moldavite here tonight. Not that I need it, but I thought I'd bring it in because I had it and I wanted it to be made into a necklace, but the people wanted to charge me $1,200 just to make it into a necklace. So I said, I don't think that's the right amount. I need to find someone else that's going to do something a little bit nicer and cheaper. So I just don't, when you just get that feeling. Anyway, welcome to the show, guys. So come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and I'm already getting pain in my jaw and in the side of my head. So it's going to be a good night. I relay direct messages from Spirit, which is the psychic side, which is past, present, and future, as well as the mediumship side, which is talking to your past loved ones on the other side. So if you have a message that you want from them or whatever they draw me to, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes it doesn't even really matter what you ask. They just give me whatever they want to give me. So they're quite funny like that on the other side. But it's like going in an aeroplane for me, and you're in automatic mode, and then you land on the ground, and your feet are planted, so you're earthed to the to the soul of the universe, and then all of a sudden you're underwater, and that's what it feels like to me. It feels like it's when I'm underwater and I'm talking to, through telepathic / transparent. I see them in front of me. The remote viewing is my forte, so I see them just like you would see them out of your eyes or their eyes, and they would be describing things or showing me things. So it takes a lot of energy for past loved ones to come through and to show me what they see. And I believe that my spirit guide, which stands behind me, is quite a powerful poker face, doesn't like to smile, whereas I do. He stands behind me, protecting me from everything and everyone, and he's the one that I believe that spirit guide shows people the past, present, and future, the spirit of, like, the psychic part of it. So and the past loved ones is always going to be your loved ones, not mine. So I'm just the messenger, in other words. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. And I've already got right hand pain as well. I feel like someone's just broken their hand or wrist or had carpal tunnel or something like that. And I've also got lots of anxiety coming through this time of the year as well. So, and I wanted to talk tonight about breathing and manifesting and things like that, because when people breathe, they don't breathe from the top. They don't breathe from all of the lung. They breathe from just the top of the apex of the lung. So they're like really shadow breathing half the time. So it sounds like that if you really want to put it on, like out in the open. So when you breathe and you take a big breath in and you hold it in and then you release it, you actually capture that whole sections of the or all the sections of the lung, and you start to feel a lot better and you start to calm down, because you're actually trying to, calm the flow of everything in the system down, which it does feel really good. So try that if you're feeling overwhelmed at the moment, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are. And also, I wanted to talk about manifesting as well. Manifesting is amazing. If you just want to try it out, or you want to work out how to ask your angels that follow you around everywhere, or your spirit guide to show you a sign, just ask them to find you a parking spot at the shopping center next time you go there. And sure as ever, you will have a parking spot there. There's no doubt about it. I've done it a million times. I said to one old work colleague that I was working with in one of my last companies, I said, see that? I said, see the outside. Can you remember out the outside of that customer? And he says, yeah. And I said, well, we're going to have a parking spot right outside the front when we get there. And he says, oh, and he's laughing. He's 65. He's laughing. And sure as ever, we get to the lights and I crack up laughing. And he says, what's so funny? And I said, well, just have a look ahead. And there was the parking spot waiting outside the door. And he nearly had a heart attack. And I said, well, now what you've got to do is you've got to thank the parking angel. So here he was going, mucking around, thanking the parking angel, saying, oh, wow, thanks for that, and but then he started trying it later on, and sure as ever, I converted him over to talking to his angels, which was pretty cool. So we've got here, let's see who we've got on the line. We've got Jill Polglaze, we've got Dixie Keen. Hello, Beverly French. Hello there. She says, hi. She says, Lesley, how are you, Angel? Yes, I'm good. I'm fantastic. I feel the full moon coming in tomorrow, though. I can tell that. It's quite odd. I have noticed a few things with people at the moment. So, yeah, just brace yourself. Pull back, everybody, because it's just a full moon moment. That's what we're getting. So, Abby Godfrey, hello there. So, we've got Jen Hill. She says, Grand Rising and with love from Nova Scotia in Canada. Mars is from Ireland, I remember. Dixie Keen, hello. I said hello. Hira Wanohu. Good evening, Leslie and Ellie. Elizabeth Coughlin, hello. We've also got here Wendy Merce Martin, Leslie, Ellie, all on here. Hi and bless. Thank you. We've got a Leslie Strudwick. Oh, that's a great name. Elizabeth Coughlin, she says Boston, what's MA, Ellie? Boston, MA, what's that? Massachusetts, yeah, cool. Ward from Belgium in Antwerp in Jill. So thanks for joining me. We've got Donna Brooks here. We've got Jenny Louise. Thanks for joining us. We've got, yes, I've said Beverly French says, love your jumper. I have a cruise coming up for me around the islands. Yes. So this jumper here that I've got on, which is in Greek, it is from one of my really good friends of the family. They went to Greece and they brought me back this because I minded their little pet Leo. Leo is a little toy poodle, a little golden toy poodle, which is really cute. And he's a little bit of a terrorist with my one at the start, but then he settles down. But he's gorgeous too. So I've got a toy poodle, but Leo is about 3. And my Bob is about 13, nearly 14. So it was kind of like, on for young and old at the start, but then he settled down. So Erin Walsh, hello there. We've got Jenny Louise, I said that. Vicky Victoria, hello. Desiree Walker, hello from Melbourne, Victoria. We will do the readings in a minute. We're just saying hello to everybody and pulling in spirit. That's what I like to do in the first few minutes of my shows. So Wellington, New Zealand is Dixie Keen. Hello there. We've got Jennifer Mallet. She's from Adelaide. She's watching from Adelaide. So cool. So let's try and get as many people in around the world as we can. So Desiree Walker is from Melbourne in Victoria. Hi, Leslie. Hope you're well. Vicky Daly. Yes, I am. Thank you. So Donna Brooks says, maybe find a crafter wire wrapper for your necklace. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I think that when they wanted to create this necklace for me with the moldavite, I can show you on the screen here, not for the people that are listening, but for the people on the screen, you can see that if I pull it apart from the cage, it's got the moldavite and another stone in there to help me. But not that I need it, but wow, here we go. We've already got a validation and I haven't even done a reading yet. Hera, so over to you then, Miss Ellie.
Yeah, so
Wow.
Hera said, you told me in a previous reading that I would get the call I was waiting for, and I got it today.
Yes.
It's the best news, and it feels so surreal, almost like it hasn't hit me. I appreciate you and all the helpful tips and
Wow.
tools you've given us. You've changed my life in the best moment, in the best, most positive and spiritual way.
Wow.
I've never felt this at peace in my life. I'm very grateful. You are pure and a beautiful soul and blessed. Thank you, Lesley.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you, Hera. Wow, the problem is I can't remember what I said. I do about, oh my gosh, how many readings a
100.
week? I must do 100 readings at least a week, plus private readings. When I'm on my shows like tonight, we'll probably end up doing 25 to 30 readings. So, that's insane. It's crazy stuff that I do. And a lot of people ask me too, Hera, does it wear me out? Does it, do I lose energy? No, I don't, because I have my spirit and I rely 1000% on my spirit guide to push away anything that wants to attach to me or any negative energy, as well as anything that wants to, just cause a bit of havoc in my life. So I get my spirit guide and I trust my spirit guide to look after me and protect me 24/7. So that's what his job is. So that's what you can do too, guys, is you can ask your spirit guides around you, even though it sounds crazy. Don't go talking out loud in the house, because some people in the house might think you're crazy, but you can do it in your head and you just say, I acknowledge you. I know you're there. I just don't know how to do it, or how to acknowledge you, but I trust that you're looking after me and I trust that you're protecting me for 24/7. And they will step up. And thank you for that beautiful validation there, Hera. Just, like I don't realize, and someone said this last night on my live show last night, that I don't realize how many people I help around the world, because I like to remain humble. And also I promise Spirit, my pharaoh behind me, my protector, that if I ever got a big fat head, that he would stop the messages. So I can't I can't do that anyway. So I like to remain humble, so to speak. You know what I mean. Anyway, Michelle Coburn says, "Oh gosh, how did we end up on the wrong page, Miss Ellie? I do not know Michelle Coburn, but you're slipping. Okay, so that's all I want to say." Yes. So Maxie Green, hello. We'll do some readings in a minute. I just need to get through and just say hello to a few more people, I feel. Desiree, yes. Jess Graves, hello there. How are you today, sweetheart? Hope you're well. Does Spirit have any messages? Yes, we'll come back to you. So if I've missed your question, just write it again, because I'm just pulling in Spirit now for all of you. And okay, right. Uh-huh. So I think that's a validation from Karma. Is that a validation from Karma there?
Um,
Because I think I remember saying
it's
something, because
sort
I
of
remember the name, but I don't remember what I said. And she's just come through with it. Do you want me to read that one out, or
yeah.
you got it? So Karma Feeney, she said, "Morning, Leslie. You gave me messages early this year. Thank you for that." She said, "My world has been rocked this past week, and I have finally opened my eyes to someone's deception. It's actually a blessing in disguise, as I now truly know who my ex-partner is. Please, please, can you give me guidance on whether he will come clean?" There's a reason for everything, Karma, and I don't believe that this person's going to be the thing that the kind of person that you want. Okay, so whatever you're thinking about how you would, distribute your personality and whatever else, how you're loyal, or how you behave, or your attitude towards things, it's opposite. So that's how you got to think about this person. And Spirit doesn't do things to people to not teach them lessons, if that makes sense. So whatever lessons you've learnt about this deception, nothing's going to change. You're going to find out more, and that's what I'm feeling about this. Okay, and I don't like saying that, but I just feel like there's more to the story. All right, so yeah, I don't feel like this person's coming clean at all. I feel like there's going to be more to the story. What do I say? Spirit just said leopards don't change their spots, and I'll leave that there. It doesn't matter how much you try with people; they don't change their spots. It's bad because they don't want to change. If they really want to change, there's no need for deception. There's no need for lies. I cannot stand liars, and I'll pick you out 100 miles away if you lie to me. I can't stand it with a passion. It's the very, very top of my list. If anyone lies to me, Karma, that's it. They're out of my life completely altogether. No turning back. I do not trust them ever again, and I'm that quick to move on. It's insane. So that's what I feel like is going to be necessary for you, is to open the eyes a bit more and move on as quick as you can. That's what I'm getting, and I'll leave that there. So we've got Daphne Fontenot. Good morning, everyone, here in Louisiana. Thanks for joining me. Donna Brooks, breathing waltz and 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Fair enough. That's cool. I love that. The breathing waltz. So let's keep going. What's this one here? Ward Van der Plas says, your guide is he standing in the middle or off the back and white board behind you? So he stands to my right board. So let's have a think about the brain. When I used to lecture the brain, we've got left brain hemisphere, which is your conscious mind, which is the mind that's listening to me. Okay, so when I'm in flight with spirit, I'm in the right hemisphere, so the right hemisphere of the brain, and I'm virtually underwater. You can't talk underwater, so I have to do everything telepathically, feel it, hear it, see it, smell it, taste it, whatever it is that I see, and the remote viewing kicks in. So everything comes on my right. That's why you always see me virtually looking to the right, even though Ellie's on my right and I've got the panel, I've got the keyboard, I've got everything, but I can't see nothing there half the time. So my eyes might be open. When I first started, I used to have to close my eyes because I couldn't see. And now I've taught myself to keep my eyes open and still see what I see from the remote viewing. So that's how it works for me. But the remote viewing is probably like I said before, my biggest forte. And my spirit just stands behind me, right behind me. It's like if you look at a pharaoh, it's the pharaoh called Osiris. It's on my Facebook page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. It's Osiris. He stands there like this big, huge, very tall, like 9 or 10 foot tall, and he's got this big pole. It's like a staff, like a big I don't even know. I think they call it a staff. And is that what it's called, Ellie? Yeah, she's looking at me. And then he's got this shield, like this beautiful big gold shield around his necklace. And I was talking to one of my friends about 2 years ago who does documentaries in Egypt, and I explained what my spirit guide looked like when he asked me. And he said, Lesley, that's the god of dead, which is called Osiris or Osiris. So that's who I believe stands behind me. And I've always, from a kid, I've always loved the Roman movies, the Egyptian movies. I can't get enough of Egyptian movies. I love anything that's got Cleopatra or Caesar or anything like that in them. I love all Roman movies. So now I know why. But yeah, he stands behind me, Ward. So we've got Colleen Deegan here. Hello. We've also got here, right, Jennifer Mallet. Yes. So do you think that investing in property will be good for us? Yes, but not right now. I do believe it's going to be good, but actually I feel like it's going to be much better for everybody after October. That's what I'm getting, okay? So hold the fort. That's what I'm hearing for everybody. Times are getting tougher. I believe that people should be doing, veggie patches and things like that at the moment, getting everything sorted out so that you don't have, the way the world's going at the moment. And I feel like this month here is going to be some big changes in this month as well. Okay, so the banks already went down. I said that 2 weeks ago. I said, I think the banks are going down, and sure as ever, Commonwealth Bank went down last Monday. So, yeah, it's pretty full on, okay, the energy. And I don't want to say anything more about it because I don't want to put no fear out there. Do our angels always listen to us? 1000%, Vicky Deli, 1000%. So you can talk as many times as you want. They're always listening. Even if you're not talking to them, they're always watching. They're always overseeing because that's their job, apparently. Okay, so a lot of psychics out there, or people like, I think it was Dolores Cannon, don't quote me. She talks about angels and, contracts and like, spiritual contracts and things like that. Whether it's true or not, I'm very factual when I do things. I like the evidence, but I always like to, put it out there to the angels to help. And if they want to prove that they are around you, you just ask them to get you a car park spot at the shopping center next time you go. And ensure as ever, what happens, you get a car park spot right outside the front. So there you go. Okay, all good, hun. Michelle and I were on the wrong page. That's Tracy Gibson. Oh my God, Tracy, you've been on here 1,000 times, woman. Yes, so Daisy Chain says, hello, beautiful people, Leslie Sneezy and Spirit. That's you, Ellie, not me.
I'm aware.
She says, I'm aware. That's from Chloe. Who else have we got here? Massachusetts, USA is Elizabeth Coughlin. Thank you. So we've got Wendy Harvey. Hello there, our beautiful spirit writer. How are you? She's been away for a few nights, but she's come back on board tonight. So here we go. So Jenny Louise says, haha, that works. Also, my hairdresser lost a cross on her necklace. It fell off. She tanged something everywhere. She had been a week later. She drew a picture of it and put her grandma's initial on it and then put it out to the universe and asked her grandma to help her find it today. The ring, she found the ring that someone had handed it in. Well, there you go. How cool is that? So you just got to talk to spirit guys, because even though if you're a skeptic because you've seen someone that's a fake and that's given you a wrong reading or whatever, that's not my fault. I can't help that. But there's a lot of really good psychics out there, and then there's a lot of really bad ones too. But the bad ones always seem to make us look really bad. But test your spirit, test your angels, and make sure that you ask the questions that you want answered, and that's and they will deliver. So okay, let's keep going. Who else? We've got Judy Waddick here. She's from Mount Colah in Sydney. I stayed up there many years ago. We've got Niagara Falls in Ontario. Kat Flatley, how are you? Far out. Niagara Falls. I don't think we've ever had Niagara Falls before, Ellie, have we?
We have.
Once before. Anita Singh, good evening, Lesley Spirit. I hope you're well. Thank you. Who else have we got here? Kat Flatley, good morning. And yes, from Niagara Falls. Spirit, please. White Scarbo. What does that mean? White Scarbo. Thank you for your time and energy. I don't understand. You're going to have to write that a little bit in English for me there, Kat, because I don't understand WYATT Scarbo. What's that, Ellie? Do you know? What's White Scarbo? We don't know what that. We're Aussies. We have no clue over here. Hera Wanahu, yes, I saw that. You've helped me so much. Oh, thank you. Sherry Matlock, hello. She says, Jerry Lee, good morning, Lesley from Michigan. General reading, please. So, Jerry Lee, let's start. I'm getting headaches around you. And I feel like my jaw, I don't know if it's the pressure here because it's tight, but I don't think so. But I feel like my jaw, do you grind your teeth at night? Because you might need one of those splint things that you put on your teeth so you don't grind your teeth away. Because I feel like they're like this when you woke up, you get like really bad like pain in the sides of the face, or there's someone around you that has that, because I can feel it. And I'm also seeing a young male around you as well. It's either a son or a nephew. And I feel like this guy is just like in his own little world at the moment, okay? And are you worried about somebody or a young guy around you? Because I feel like this guy is in a little world around him. And if that's not you, it's going to be Sherry Matlock or Jenny Louise or Hera. No, I don't think it's Jewel Polglaze, but I feel like it's someone around them. Maybe Michelle Coban, but I doubt it. But I just feel like this person has got needs a wellness check, okay? So just a check-in. Because I don't feel like that he's coping with things around him at the moment, okay? And you don't need to pry too much into it or ask too much detail. Just check in and say, mate, we've got your back. You've got full support here. We're here for you when you need us, okay? Because I feel like this person feels like he's alone and very alone. He's like one of those people that's very, very shy into himself. He's an introvert. So he's not going to tell you anything. He's not going to tell you anything at all, this guy, okay? And I'm also getting 16 for you, 7 and July. So definitely this month, lots of stuff changing around for you as well. And I'm also getting 11. 1 and 1 is 2 in the month of November and February as well. And 9, yeah, so definitely going to 9 for September. So what do those dates mean for you? And I'll leave that there. Thank you. If you could validate that would be amazing. So just type in capitals validation and then just send it through and Ellie will pick it up. So okay, let's keep going. So send me your questions to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air on the main page. We're live across 8 platforms tonight. We're here every Monday night from 9 to 11 p.m. So yes, I really need guidance and love, says Karma. Yes, we've done that. That's cool. Sherry Matlock, she says, I'm from California. Cool. Okay. Okay, so don't tell me, says Sherry, you don't need to tell me any numbers at all. So guys, I tell the numbers. Don't give me no numbers, don't give me no names, just ask me the question. I don't like to get a heads up. I don't want spirit to get the heads up. I don't want to make things fit. I never will make things fit. I won't, put it, I'll put it out there, and if it doesn't fit straight away, it'll be in the future, that's for sure. So Karma, so have you got that validation there from Karma? She's got that makes sense. I know you would pick my name. I was guided to you. Thank you so much. I am incredibly grateful. I didn't believe he would deceive me. I've been so blind. And I'm pretty sure I told you that. I remember saying something and I remember you disagreeing with me. I don't know what it was. I remember something because I remember your name because it's an unusual name. Elizabeth Higgins, if it's possible, I'd love a card. Okay, Elizabeth, I don't do cards. I never have done cards, never will. This is my desk. Okay, so it's got my notes, my scribble, my pen, my phone, that's it. So if you want to have a reading, guys, I don't do cards. This is not the show for cards. I'm direct messages from spirit, and that's how it works for me. Direct messages. If I went to cards, I think I would be limiting myself. If you want to know about tarot cards as well, or the truth about tarot cards, go over to YouTube and watch the Truth Codes on YouTube, and go down to Introduction to Gematria, Gematria. It's about the third one from the bottom video on the Truth Codes, and you'll see what I mean. I don't think you'd ask for a card again. I got sniffles all of a sudden. So Tammy Toman, she says, hello, beautiful Lesley and Ellie from Young in New South Wales. I hope you're both well. My question, please, is my adult children aren't on speaking terms. Do you see them changing? Yes, I do, but not right now. It's not the right timing right now. They're both holding the ground, it's like they've both got their claws on, when a bird holds onto a tree, it's like the claws are in and they're not moving. You cannot pull them off that tree. So they're both quite stubborn here. I don't feel like this is going to be until after Christmas time. Definitely after Christmas, Tammy. And it's going to be a bit more like heartbreak for you because you're in the middle and you don't want to take sides, and you can see both sides, but you're going to have to zippity zip. It's up to them to sort it out. So otherwise you're going to get too involved with it. It's going to be detrimental to you. It'll reflect back, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. It's always traumatizing when people have issues with the family. I know that for a fact. Jess Grays, has Spirit got any guidance for me, hun? Feeling a bit lost and stuck at the moment. And Jess, so this is part of, and I believe this is with a lot of people. I had a lot of this over the weekend, my private readings, and I believe that a lot of people, they're feeling what's going on around the world, as well as it doesn't help with the full moon tomorrow. That's our time. I don't know where you are from, but I also get the number 9 for you as well. So September, and also number 12. So September and December for you, and 3 and March. So lots of things coming up for you. I do feel pressure on the front of my head as well. And the anxiety is just like through the roof, so it's time to pull back the reins. Look at doing some meditation. I feel like you need to calm the farm, so look at doing some meditation and pulling back. When I need to calm down, or I don't really get worked up, I just tell it straight, but I don't really get worked up over anything. I just let it be. But what I do is if I do feel low ever, I'll either go to the gym or go for a run, or I put some music on at home and I lift the spirit up in the house. And so that's what you can do. And a lot of people don't realize that that music is it just raises all vibrations in your body, and it's just amazing. So try that. I really feel that you need some grounding as well. So get your feet on the earth. And I saw this thing on TikTok this morning, and it was about a man that had a probe, and it was had this little technical thing on the end, and it was like a monitor. And what he did was he plugged the negative end into the earth, and then had the positive end, and he put the positive end on his shoe that was touching the earth, and it didn't show any difference in the monitor that was on the ground. And then when he put took the shoe off, the sock off, and then put his foot on the ground and put it on his foot, the monitor went up like 6.7 or 7. It was just incredible how much the body took from the earth. So it's got a lot of electrons on the earth. So try that, guys. If you feel you need to get grounded, or something needs to change or shift, or you just can't work it out, turn the music on, or get your feet onto the surface, and not with concrete, just like earth, grass, sand, water, all that stuff, and it'll change the vibration in your body. And I'll leave that there, and we'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM.
Alive 90.5.
Woo.
Community magazine, 10,000 1,000 copies are printed every fortnight and delivered to 75 different locations across the Hills and Hawkesbury areas. If you're unable to pick up a printed copy, it is free online access at hillstohawkesbury.com.au. Plus the newspaper's social media sites. The Hills to
Tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. You're welcome, Jennifer. She says, thank you so much for your advice. You're welcome. Cherry Lee, every time you say I'm struggling, you're going to continue to struggle because you're putting that seed out with the universe. You need to go watch The Secret, lovey. Secret full movie on YouTube. Colleen Deegan, that happened to me today. I got a car park right out the front of the shop. Thank you, Spirit. That's what you got to do. You got to say that you're grateful and you're thankful for Spirit. All right. And it was Andy Dan's birthday yesterday. She had a beautiful day. She's on here all the time. She's one of my NDIS clients.
Australia-wide or global, facts, not opinion. 02882 InsightIntelligence.com.
We've got a minute to go before we come back on.
Are you ready to reduce your energy bills by 50 to 100%? Then it's time to go solar. Solar Ray Energy have helped thousands of homeowners take charge of their power bills with smart solar products backed by reliable warranties with local support. Don't put it off. Visit solarmadeeasy.com.au to request a solar quote today. Solar Ray Energy. We'll do the solar, you do the saving. Station sponsor. Looking for a stopover between Sydney and Brisbane? Visit the City Centre Motel Pepsi on the mid-north coast. Clean, comfortable rooms with friendly staff give you that family hospitality to ensure your stay is enjoyable. Within walking distance
Nearly there.
to RSL, McDonald's, and various other local cafes and restaurants. Book on our webpage, kempsymotel.com, or contact us directly on 026562 7733. Station sponsor.
And welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero. And welcome back to my show. We're here every Monday night from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. This is, my 358th show. Tomorrow night will be my 359th live show. So we've done, how many have we done on here? At least 75 live shows on radio here so far. That's a lot, isn't it? So, and there's a validation there from Hera. Have you got that one there, Ellie?
Can I read that whole thing out?
What's that?
Can I read that whole thing out?
Righto, hang on.
It's not sure whether it'll.
Okay, we might just hold that one off till you have to give it to me in the ad early because I can't pause the radio and read it. Okay. Yeah, we can do that one. I can read that one. Validation, my nephew got bullied a few weeks ago and ended up in hospital. That's who I saw. So that's what I was saying, the son or the nephew. So this one here, son or the nephew. And I said he needs a wellness check. I just said he's very alone at the moment. 100%. That's what I felt, and I do feel this young guy. Okay, so he's really feeling very vulnerable, and that's really sad. You know, he's got to get. So these bullies have actually pushed his self-esteem so low that he can't he can't cope with that. So keep an eye on him, please. I mean, keep an eye on the mind with him, okay? Because I don't like how he's thinking at the moment. If you get my drift, okay, it's not pleasant. I want you to keep doing welfare checks and get his mum to do lots of check-ins with him, okay? So, but he needs to either go learn karate or something like that to bring his self-esteem up and to be able to defend himself. You know, that's what I used to teach karate years ago, many years ago with my daughter's father. It was the best thing that we ever did. And he's continued with it. He's a fourth dan. He's amazing at the karate and stuff, but for me, I ended up getting to a blue belt. Was going for my brown belt, but I was pregnant with my daughter, so I couldn't keep going with my little girl, my baby. So Hera has got another validation there. So, that's the one that you were just telling me about. Oh. Oh, geez, that's disgusting. Yeah. So they've bullied the nephew so much that they've actually injured him so bad that he had to go into surgery. You know, this is just not on. That's assault. That is assault. It's not. It's illegal. It's just because they're school kids doesn't mean that they can't get into trouble. You know. So and in law, I've been studying law, and in law, it's an eye for an eye there, Hera. So if I punch you once, you're allowed to punch me once back, the same amount, same this. But if I punch you twice back, then I'm in trouble. It's assault. So and so you need to look at something like that because it's just horrendous. That would have been so painful, so painful. And it just amazes me how kids can, you know, it's worse if adults do it, but kids can be, you know, so nasty. I don't understand, and it reflects through families and things like that, because if the families are good in the background, there's usually never an issue. Okay, so there's something not right with the bully's families as well. And I'll leave that there. It sounds very general, but 90% of the time that's right. Okay, just reading something there. All right, let's keep going. Jess Graves, thank you so much for all your guidance, time, and energy. Much love to you. Thank you. Very, very grateful. I'm just going to scroll forward. I think that's why I feel so good after having a bath or a shower. Yeah, probably. Well, if you put music on, you'll have double whammy there, Tanya Aiken. So you'll feel even better. Vanessa Gilbert, hello. She said, hope you're keeping warm. Yes, well, today I was freezing when I got home, but I'm fine now. Simo Lapland in Finland. Hello, I listened to you yesterday, the meta secret at your suggestion to shift my mindset. It worked. Wow, there you go. Some potential movement happened, but that was short lived. So don't say that. Don't say it was short lived, because it will continue to be like that. I took action. I felt good and inspired, wanting to trust that more is coming. A bit challenged. What's next? Yeah. So that's what's next, is you trusting it. Okay. So when you put things out to spirit and the universe, they get together and they go, oh my God, Simo wants to be, happy and wealthy and healthy and all that stuff. And we're going to deliver it because that's what they want. But if you go there and you say, oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, it's all doom and gloom, and you're feeling like really, really bad because you've got no money in the bank, or you've got no, 15 cents in your pocket or whatever, then that's going to be generated and escalated through, because where the energy goes, where focus goes, the energy flows 100%. So Michelle Coburn just said the Lesley music is wonderful for the elderly as well, especially those suffering with dementia. The music really soothes and calms them. At times, many smiles can be seen. So beautiful. Yeah, that is beautiful. I didn't think of that, but thank you for that. It's beautiful. Fair enough. So let's keep going. Send me your questions, guys. Don't tell me any numbers or names or anything like that. I just want the questions. I want spirit to do the work. I don't need any heads up here. Let's keep going. So what do we got? I'm just going to scroll down because I feel like I need to scroll down. Okay. Amrita Saxare, I can't even say it. Saxena. I hope I said that right. I have no idea if I've said it right or wrong. I probably said it wrong. So it's, can I please ask for a general reading, please? So let's go. So what does spirit have for you? I'm just going to say, I don't know why, but I feel like my lower back, and this is a posture thing, because I just heard sit up straight. That's what I heard, but I feel like this is for you as well. And I feel like my lower back is out of place, or something's not right with it, because I've got a sharp pain on my left side of my lower back. I didn't have it 2 seconds ago, and I've hardly moved in the chair, but I'm also getting 11 around you in November. So 11 is a primary number as well. I did some research and some study on the weekend about numbers, and the primary numbers, the powerful numbers, are 11, 22, 33, and 44. It's very rare that someone will be a 44 number. And I'll leave that there. I won't go into the numbers tonight, but I'm also getting 8 around you as well, which is the month of August. So you've got things coming up, and I see property, and I also see changes around the property. So you're either moving or renovating or something like that. Yeah, and this is, so lots of anxiety around with you as well. So this is lots of things coming up, and you're getting scared, and you're feeling like things are not going your way because the mindset's in the wrong direction. So you've got to change that, okay? So if you don't change your mindset, then you're going to be escalating, like I just said earlier, escalating what's going on around you, and I'll leave that there. But if you could validate any of those numbers or anything that I've said, that would be amazing. Thank you. Daphne Fontenelle, speak positive on all situations over yourself. It'll be mind-blowing how the universe works for you. 1000%. Very well said there, Daphne. I love it. Hopefully, my goal is to change everybody to a really positive mindset before the end of the year, whoever comes on my show. So Jenny Louise said, absolutely, they should be charged for that. It sure is assault. That this happened to me when I was young, and the police said I could lay charges. Yep, 100%. There's, they've broken that little boy's fingers, I should say, slammed him in the door for no reason at all. Absolutely no reason. What for? Because they want to be bullies. They want to be nasty. And if they're doing it to a young child, they'll be doing it to younger kids, or they'll be doing things to animals as well later on, and then they'll be doing things to adults. So if you don't catch them early, it's going to keep ricocheting onwards. So okay, let's keep going. Yeah, 100%. Tracy Gibson, she says those bully kids are getting away with far too much these days and need consequences for their behavior. Everybody, if there's, there can't be just one rule for one person and one rule for someone else. I always say the truth is the truth and a lie is a lie. There's no questions about it. You can't go back and forth. It's either truth or lie. It can't be in the middle. No such thing as a white tail lie or whatever they call it. So Tanya Aiken, she says, oh yes, I do. I always have the music on when I bath. Oh, beautiful. That's cool. It's going to really set the scene of grounding people. So let's keep going. So Wendy Harvey says, Michelle Coburn, yes, I've worked with dementia and Alzheimer's patients in the past. Their memory sparks up and they step back in time. It's so beautiful to watch. And they're talking about when you put music on for the elderly people that either have dementia or, something like that, so that they can help them get on with their day, Amrita said, yes, you did, thanks. And I can't remember what I said for that, but anyway.
I was saying the surname right.
Oh, okay, the surname right. Well, there you go.
And I have validation from Marisa.
Okay, let's go. Right, thank you.
And Marita said, I've moved to a new home 2 months ago. Not sure what's coming in property left side back. Not sure. Number 8, again, not sure.
Okay, never mind. It'll come up. So, no, the number 8 or August, I said. There it is there. So either 8 or August. So one or the other. Or November 11 or November or 2 for the February. I should have wrote 2 for February. Okay, normally you don't, I got told with the numerology, normally you don't break down the numbers of the 11s, which is the primary number. But Spirit says just break it down. Is it all right? So what else have we got here? Very good. Daisy Chain, anyone else doing dry July? I'm stretching it to 6 weeks. Go figure. Well done, Daisy. Chloe. Renee Fury, my mother-in-law has passed. Is she at peace? Yes, 100%, lovey. They're always at peace. They do not pass with pain, or they do not pass with any remorse. They do not pass with guilt. They do not pass. They go in neutral. So when you put the car in neutral, they're in neutral. You pick the motor up and it's still going. You put it on the side of the road, and that's their soul. Their soul never stops. So talk out loud to her. You're already talking out loud to her. So she's right there beside you all. So she's very, very at peace, lovey. So Renee, 1000%. They cannot pass with any pain either. They cannot pass over to the other side with pain. That's why they give them morphine, to help them relax, to help them ease the pain that they're in. Because they say that when you come into the world, you labor to come into the world, you labor to go out of the world. Well, that's the saying. So Ward, I don't really do aura colors, but I do get a white aura color around you, whatever that means. I don't really do them. I'm just a psychic medium. I don't really do auras. I don't do dreams either. Yes. Renee, my mother-in-law has just passed. Yes, we've got that one, done that one. Okay, let's keep going. So tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. If I've missed your question, then just repost it again. So the live stream goes so quick sometimes. Oops. There we go. Desiree, she says, I can kind of relate to that reading. My due date is February the 11th. My birthday is in August, and my angel baby would have been born in November, and I'm currently looking for a house. Well, there you go. There you go. That's what happens with spirit sometimes. Because I do mini readings, it's a bit different because I have a few people lined up here next to me, all coming through the door, and sure as ever, they're all giving me all this information, like a whole smorgasbord at once. Because that's what I ask spirit for, is to give me a smorgasbord of information. Because of the media law is really, really difficult, because you've got to pick and choose what you can say. It's like Ellie was just asking me a couple of minutes ago, can I say this on air? And then I had to reword it again before I actually said it out loud. So we'll read it first, which is hard because we're live, But anyway, we'll keep going. Judy Waddock, I have my mother's ashes with me. I can't let her go. Is this bad? No, of course not. Nothing's bad. Who says it's bad? It's not bad. It's just whatever you feel. Look, a lot of people expect people to get over grieving about somebody immediately. Like they give them a time frame of 2 or 4 weeks. I mean, what's that for? Everybody grieves, and everybody, suffers in different ways and formats, and and different timelines as well. So I wouldn't be worrying about it's not bad at all. Who says it's bad? It's what you want to do with your mum's ashes, lovey. So just do what you got to do. Some people throw them in the ocean. Is that bad? No, it's because that's what they want to do. They want to give back to the earth, So I wouldn't worry about what anyone says. That's why people have issues, because they're worrying about what everyone says. So don't even do that. Oh, let's keep going. So send me your questions to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're streaming live across 8 platforms tonight. So Courtney Link Ashton, watching in from Texas this morning. Thanks for joining me. Beautiful. Love to know who I'm helping around the world. Okay, so Erin Walsh says, hi, Lesley and Spirit. Last Thursday and Friday were a little bit rough, and I made a mistake at work, and I feel disappointed. I feel I disappointed my boss. I have been having a tough time letting this go. Any words of advice? Yes, darling, you're only human. You sound like me, because if I make a boo-boo at work, or if I make it, which is very rare, because I'm very particular, I'm very OCD with my stuff. If there's anything like that, I can't forgive myself, and I go, oh my God, how on earth did that happen? Because you just overseed something minor, but you're too hard on yourself there, love. I wouldn't worry about it. I don't feel like the boss is worried about it, and they're probably saying, oh yes, finally, because she's human, because you don't like to make mistakes. You sound like me. So yes. Okay. So is that a validation from Regan King there, Ellie, do you think? No.
No, it's
So Regan King says, my daughter is turning 3 on the 17th of July and asked for a hospital party for a fancy dress. This has left us a little baffled as to where it has come from and what she's asking for. Laughing out loud. So I thought I would ask you. I just feel like there's probably doctors and nurses and stuff like that. You can play a lot of beautiful games. Like that game that they had. I don't know if you guys had it overseas, but Ellie might remember. Doctor. Yeah, yep. And then you turn it on. You get some batteries and you plug it on, and you get the little operation, tools and that. And then if you touch the side of something that you actually, then you've killed them.
I had one that screamed when you did that. It was just like, ah! I don't know whether it was broken or not, but
oh, I love it. That's funny. Yeah, probably was. Well, I never had the one that screamed, but
no, it was legit scream. I don't know what brand it was, because none of the others I played with screamed.
That's funny. I never heard of that one.
It was probably just one of those weird and demented ones. Because I think my family. I don't know where I got it from.
But I think that you could make that into a really fun party for your daughter, Regan, and do have little cups and pretend it's medicine and stuff like that, so it helps when they have to have medicine that they'll drink it, but have like jelly or something like that in it. You know what I mean? Like all different color jelly.
Should let us
patch up wounds and do first aid courses, and you could do first aid courses and things like that.
Box, lollipops to give people
who were good, and and then just do practice runs of like calling triple. We've got 000 over here, so don't call 000, but do practice runs and stuff like that. I think you could make it into something really clever for the young kids. I think it's a great idea. She's very entrepreneurial, little daughter. She's going to be great when she gets older. Renee, we have had some things move, get tapped on our shoulder. She was very cheeky. Ah, there you go. Wow, that's kind of freaky. The other night when I was in my office, the windows were closed. There was no doors open because it was cold outside, and I felt someone was blowing on my head. I said, "Okay, thank you. That's enough now." So wait till you get that one. Susan McDonald, July 3rd, talking out loud. She had so much pain, so much pain. So wondering if maybe Mum can't get any messages to me. You were just on last night, I remember. Because of her pain. No, they don't, Susan, they do not go to the other side in pain. They cannot pass over in pain. I've mentioned this on one of my shows before. I had a friend that her father lived in Perth, and she got a phone call because they couldn't get a hold of the stepmom, and he was in a lot of pain. And they asked my friend to see if they could administer the morphine, and sure as ever, he passed over within 3 hours of giving that morphine. So that's what I mean. They cannot pass in pain. I've never seen anybody pass over, and I do hundreds of readings, thousands of readings. I've never seen any of them pass over in pain or, feeling remorse or guilty, or, some of them should feel guilty because they've been naughty, but they never go over. They just go in neutral gear. That's it. And they're always with you. So, if you're still grieving about a loved one, fair enough. That's okay. We're not saying that you shouldn't, but just remember, when you're thinking about them or talking out loud, they are right beside you with a smile on their face, happy as Larry, knowing that you're actually thinking of them because they don't want to be forgotten. That's how I see it with them. So Anita Singh says, Lesley, I've been seeing shadows a lot over the past few weeks. I was wondering if you can tell me if this is spirit or someone trying to get a message to me. It's definitely spirit, lovey, and I feel like you're probably a medium, but you don't know it, okay? So that's what it is. If you're seeing shadows or feeling shadows or energy around you, you probably don't realize that you're actually a medium. Okay, so that's how it works. That's how it starts. That's what happened to me as well. So now that I've acknowledged that, now that I've opened up that channel for you, just acknowledge them, send them off and tell them to go away until you're really ready to start doing it. And then just, if you want to pull them back in, just say, okay, I'm going to be ready in 10 minutes. You're going to have 10-minute window to show me whatever you want to show me. And then I'll see you later and I'll call you back again when I'm ready. Because otherwise they're going to keep annoying you, because that's what they're doing. They know that you're quite, you're a bit vulnerable at the moment. So anything can attach to you. So you need to ask your spirit guide to protect you as well, so that you don't just get, any bad spirits or whatever, get attached to you. They're showing me the shadows on my right too. So definitely, and I see that as a theme. So for me, if I see shadows on my right and I see the person facing the left and a little shimmy of white mist behind, that just means to me it's a theme, and it's for anybody that's like me. It doesn't matter who I'm reading for, it's anyone that's like me and they don't know how to use it. So that's why I have to say what I have to say about protecting yourself as well. And I'll leave that there. Okay. Yes, Tanya Aikens, Ellie has sneezed before we went live, just so you know, okay? So she's on point. Okay. Okay, what do we got? Stacey Rain, hey team. Any family or love guidance at the moment? I feel I'm constantly making the wrong decisions and wondering if there's any tips for helping me find the right path. So everyone that's been on here a long time knows exactly what I'm going to say, and that is to go watch the Secret Full movie on YouTube by Rhonda Byrne. You're going to get so much out of that because you keep saying, I'm constantly making the wrong decision. So what's going to happen? Every decision that you make is going to be constantly wrong. So once you change your mindset and say, wow, I know this is going to be amazing. I know that's going to work out, blah, blah, blah. The decision I've made is the best, this and that. You're going to get much better, okay? So go watch the Secret Full movie. I feel like this is going to work out for you a lot better than just doing the psychic medium reading. Erin Walsh has got a validation there. Ellie, over to you.
Erin Walsh said, thank you, Lesley. Yes, I am like that. I normally don't do things like that, and it has been eating at me. Thank you.
Yeah, when something's eating at you, it starts to, you start to lose sleep. You start to, it starts to fester in your soul. So you've got to get it off your chest. Half the time with people, it's communication that people don't understand. They, some people go, oh, they did this and did that, when the person didn't really mean to do anything. You know what I mean? So you got to understand, if you don't have communication or talk to people instead of dobbing them in or dobbing them in for something that you're being pathetic about, you just got to make sure that you're doing the right thing. If you're doing the right thing all the time, you've got nothing to worry about, guys. So Jenny Louise says bullying can cause self-harm. Yes, we can't say that other word. Please don't tiptoe around this issue. It's bullying is one of the main causes for this. 1000%, Lovey. Can't stress that enough either. Okay. Tracy Gibson said that you had a possessed version of the Operation game. Yes.
I saw that, but I can't find it on my Facebook feed. So.
Oh, I love it. That's so funny. Yeah, but mine didn't do that. We go bzz, and yours is go, ah.
It went,
Oh my
there's
god.
a very fun version of it that I do want to get though.
Yeah, what?
It's an adult version.
Oh, okay, I don't want to know. I have asked my grandma to come to you today. I've been speaking to her a lot and believe she's always with me. That's beautiful, Amy. Does she have any messages for me? That's from Amy Tunningsley. Yes, Amy. Oh, take a deep breath. She's saying the anxiety is just it's sky high, and I'm also getting dry mouth around you. Are you been looking after keeping hydrated as well? Because I don't feel like you're hydrated. And lack of vegetables. She's right on your tail about all that when you were younger. Okay, so lack of veggies. And I'm hearing too the number 12 and the number 9 for you also, September and 12. So 1 and 2 is 3 in the month of March and December. So I feel like this was a time around December that was either passing there or something special around the first 2 weeks of December, 1 to 2 weeks in. Okay, I don't feel like this was after that. And it's saying to me week 3 and 4 was trying, if that makes sense. Okay, and this is leading up into Christmas and into the new year. I feel like that was very trying for you and the family there. I'm also getting 11. So 1 and 1 is 2 and the month of February and also November. So lots of people for February and November tonight. Lots of stuff coming up. And keep your chin up too, because I do feel like that she hears, like you're saying that you're speaking out loud and this lady's hearing everything. And did you have a special nickname for her? She says, yes, I heard you call me that name. Do you have a special nickname? Like a real cutie nickname? Or did she get called something short, like a real cute short name than her long name, if that makes sense? I don't know why. I'm just getting left calf pain. It's like pulsing. It's like veins issue or varicose veins or something like that as well. Yeah, she's definitely giving me like pulses or pinching the back of the leg or flicking me or something like that on the back of the leg here. If I had more time, I could work it out, but yeah. I'll leave that there. But she says hello. Just keep your chin up, lovey. She's not too far away. It's like you can put your hand out and touch her. They're always with you. Okay, Simonetta. She says, Lesley, I have been under the weather since the beginning of the year. Going for some tests July 11. Should I be concerned? No, I just feel you're exhausted. You worry so much about your family. I just feel like you're exhausted. It's time to pull back the reins and like big breath in, big breath out. Calm the farm. You're worrying about everything. It's like you're on fire, and it's starting to take its toll. You got to remember, guys, if you worry about a lot of things or you're overcooking the carrots with your thinking, you know what I mean? Like you're just in too much detail. What will happen is that you'll always end up being unwell because you're worrying so much to the point that you're putting all that negative vibe on the body. So, but I do get the bloodstream as well. I feel like there's some issues with the bloodstream, or like diabetes or something like that, the onset of diabetes there. If you're already not there, they call it insulin resistant. So maybe get that checked out. So when you go there, just maybe get that checked out, or thyroid. I'm just hearing thyroid around you as well. Lots of things around you going on. It's like up and down. And I feel like there's contract or some paperwork that needs to be signed as well. Contract, and I really feel that you should. Doesn't matter who it is for. You need to make sure that all the ducks are signed and in a row for that. Okay, that's what I want to say to you, and I'll leave that there. So what else have we got here? Okay. No, Jenny Waddick says, Jennifer Hill, it's been 13 years. I just can't, I just come to do it, can't to be doing anything with her. Ashes. Sometimes I think I should let go. You don't need to let go, lovey. Well, you're going to feel bad, and then you're going to say, I shouldn't have let go. So just keep it there. Just keep it there, Judy. There's no need to let no ashes go if you don't feel like it. There's no time limit on anybody holding ashes. It's whatever you feel, whatever makes you happy. Just remember, you're the one that's got to be happy, not anybody else. Okay. It's the most important thing. People worry about what other people think all the time, and then they get unwell or they get sick for themselves, you know. So and then they're not happy. So make yourself happy, guys. Any other validations there, Ellie? Yep.
Yeah.
So over to you.
So Anita Singh said, just wanted to thank you so much, Leslie and Spirit, for your guidance and messages as I appreciate them. I'm so very intuitive with people I'm close to, but that is as far as I have come with tapping into spirit and now seeing these shadows. So again, thank you. I will do as suggested and let you know how I go.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, just once it's open, once the channels are open, you're going to be on fire. So, and a lot of people around the world need good people to help them. That's why I do this free every week. So,
Stacey Rains said, thank you. I think my problem is there's too many decisions or pathways and I'm not making any because I don't know which is the right way to take my first step. But let's hoping watching The Secret can make
100%.
help make some decisions to take some leaps.
Yeah, 100% lovey. Once you watch The Secret, you're going to say, oh my God, this was so easy. I wish I would have just done that. And you're going to watch it again and again and again because you've got to get it through your head. That's the best way to learn something is to just keep watching. It's a documentary on all the laws of attraction. So back over to you there, Ellie.
And Amy Tinsley said, her name was Ivy. Yes, December my uncle passed and we were living in a caravan before moving into a house. I definitely do need to eat vegetables. It's something I don't do. I had very aching legs a couple of days ago, especially in my calves. She passed away many years ago, but I've always felt she's with me. I speak to her a lot and ask her to guide me, but sadly I can't hear her. I'll watch this again and keep an eye out for the other months to validate in the future. Thank you, Leslie.
Yeah, so you're saying about your mum, like you're not getting the messages and stuff like that, but she's giving you the messages. It's important to know that anybody that's passed over cannot come along and knock on your front door and give you a hello. I want to have a coffee with you. Let's sit down and talk about the weather for the day. They can't do anything like that. It's that's a bit out there, but it takes a lot of energy for a spirit or a past loved one to come through and talk to a medium. Okay, so it takes a lot of energy for people. The private reading that I had yesterday was exactly if I was just sitting on a chair in a hospital watching this man pass over. It was so real, and the lady that I was reading for was absolutely blown away, and so was I, because it was crystal clear. I explained everything to what happened to from the time he took his last breath to what she did and who was running out of the room and who was in the room. It was so crystal clear. It was just exactly like me looking out of my eyes now. And that took a lot of energy for that past loved one, the father, to actually show me that, so I could relay that message back to the person that I was reading for. So don't expect all these big things for your past loved ones to come over and give you a handshake or tap you on the back. They always show you little tiny little faint messages. So that's what you've got to look out for, guys. You can't always look for the big thing because they can't do that, because it takes a lot of energy. And if they're inexperienced as well and they don't know, or they're a bit skeptical about the psychic or the medium, they don't know what to do. It's very faint messages. It's not like a big picture. So this is really cute. So this Regan, she says she does, however, ask for medicine all the time because she's sick, and bandages. That's her little daughter, because she wants to have a little like a hospital party for her birthday. She says, because she got her some bandages and so we have all been covered by them lately. That's very cute. I feel like if she's not going to be a paramedic or a nurse or a doctor, I'll be very surprised. She says maybe she's a very empathetic soul and just wants to make everyone better. She's always asked you, "Are you okay? You got an itchy? Let me know, and it'll get better." Oh, she's very sweet. She's a full-on little empath too. It's very cute. And I believe that if she saw tears in your eyes, she would be dabbing them for you. She's very, very sweet, you know. So Sherry Matlock, I don't want to lose my mum's house. She passed away last year. So stop saying that then. Okay, stop saying that. You need to go watch The Secret as well, because you're saying, I don't want to lose my mum's house. And that's the sentence that you should never ever say, because you should say, I love living in my mum's house. It's amazing. I'm going to be here forever, you know, etc., etc. You never say I don't want to lose, because what are you doing with the universe? You're feeding the universe to deliver anything and everything that you don't want or you do want. It's going to deliver. It doesn't know right or wrong, left or right, upside down, inside out, positive, negative. It doesn't know that. All it knows is that you are asking for something, and it knows literal, so it just delivers literal, which is I don't want to lose my mum's house. So what is going to happen? You're going to lose your mum's house if you continue to think like that. So Zara James, you haven't showed up on my feed for ages, Leslie. Fair enough. Well, I haven't seen your name on here for a very long time either, but if when you go to my page and you've got the events section, you just have to go into the events and then just say that you're going, or ticket that you're going, click it, ticket, whatever that you're going, and it will remind you that I'm coming up. That's how you do it. So let's keep going. You're listening to a live 90.5 FM. We'll be back in a minute. Oh, we're late with that. I've got to do that on time, because they'll have a whinge. Oh my God.
When don't they have a whinge?
Oh, guys. Okay. I hate smartasses that come on my page. Really, Jolly? Don't even think about starting with me.
Can you block people from StreamYard?
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, who is it?
Very lovely individual. God.
Oh, maybe not from here. Where?
Oh, okay. That one, just there. That one. Lots of lovely comments. It doesn't show up on the feed though.
Yeah, block.
Yeah, cool.
There you go. There you go, done.
Cool.
I'm going to take a photo of that, because in that way. Oops. Well, I can grab it like that.
If you scroll up with that one, there's a fair few from them.
Yeah, I think I know who it is.
The blending and banking experience. We help local business owners access suitable and affordable home loans and business loans. Plus more. Trust us to find tailored solutions that unleash your potential for financial success. Call us today on 1300 831 288. Station sponsor.
Home house is an exciting topic, but it can also be time-consuming, stressful, and confusing. Billy Buddy from Cornerstone Buyers Agent is here to source your property. Price and finance the deal for you. Look no further than Billy Buddy for perfect direction and guidance from start to finish. Call 0437 136 136 or book online.
Got 1 minute. Just trying to delete some idiot's posts here. Oh my God. I don't know how people, it must be a full moon thing where people just come on live feeds and they troll and they put derogatory stuff on there. For God's sake. I don't get it. Maybe I'm just not out there enough. I don't know. Is that it? Was there more? Oh, here we are. Got more. Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero. And welcome back to my show. If you'd like to have a free mini reading, you need to come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and I'll see you over there. We are live across 8 platforms tonight, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, and 5 Facebook pages, and the Alive 90.5 FM Facebook page too. So we've been going for just over an hour now, and we've got about another 45 minutes left. So if you'd like to have a reading, you need to come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. So we have some more validations there. Ellie, over to you.
Yeah, the next validation, there was part 2 to Amy's one. She said, I did ask her a few weeks ago, yes, no question. I said, if yes, show me a pheasant. If it's a no, a fox. I saw a pheasant at the bottom of my garden, and I find black feathers a lot, also a lot of number 6.
Yeah, right. That's so cool. I love that.
And
I love that.
Simonova said, thank you, Leslie. Last time they checked me, they told me I was borderline 2 diabetes. I have been
I said that.
I have been spotting and in menopause for the past 5+ years. So they're going in with the camera to see if there is anything that I have been in. I think she meant to finish it, but she didn't.
Yeah. Oops. What have I done here? Really? Oh, there we go. We're back again. I clicked something here. I don't know what I clicked, but anyway, we're on fire again. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, let's keep going. So if you want to have a reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We stream live every Monday night from 9 to 11 p.m. on Live 90.5 FM. I'm just going backwards in the feed. I just lost half of it then, as I had to delete some derogatory messages off my page. Miriam Rawlins, hey, can you tap into anything in regards to me? Yes, you need to say please. Thank you. Di Smith, hi, just got off work. Hi, Ellie and Leslie. Hello there. Let's keep going. I'm just going to scroll forward. Vicky Daly, hi Leslie. Hi, have you got any messages from my dad? And will my daughter be okay? Please and thank you. I do feel like your daughter will be okay. There's going to be some more trying times with her, Vicky. And what's the message for your dad? What is it? You got any messages from my dad? I don't know why, but I'm getting pain under my right rib side, and like headache. Like I feel like someone's just hit me in the head right now. Headache on the right side as well. Is that you, or is that dad, or who's that around you? And I'm also feeling like my whole left arm from the bicep to the shoulder. Bicep to the shoulder is really, really painful. It's like I can't move my arm. It's just like it's all gone all floppy, like a Harry Potter arm, I call it, but up the top. Ellie's wagging her arm. That's how it feels, like that. So yeah, and I just want to say to the number 13 around you, 1 and 3 is 4 in the month of April as well. So lots of stuff coming up for you next year around April. I feel like birthdays, anniversaries, memorials, and I just hear functions around you. So April into May, I feel like the 5 or the May, there's a function coming up around that time. So the preparation is it's called April into May, and I'll leave that there. But I'm also getting house for you as well. So what's with the house? Is there something not right with the house, or you need to change or something? Because I feel there's going to be change. I just heard change is coming up, and they just showed me 555, which is change for you. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. If you could validate that, just type in capitals validation, and then we'll get it on this end here, and Ellie will pick it up. All right, I've caught up, I think, Ellie. I want to go back a little bit. Right, if you want to have a free mini reading, don't tell me any names or numbers or anything like that. I just like to tell you that. I want spirit to work. I don't want to know that. So can anyone see my comments? Karen Riley, yes, I just saw your comments. Thank you. Miriam Rawlins, hey, can you tap into anything in regards to me? Miriam, you guys all need to say thank you, please and thank you, so I don't know. I don't understand why people don't have manners. Sorry, but that's why we get into these positions in our life, because we don't have manners and rudeness. I'm not saying you're rude. I'm just saying you need to have manners. Let's keep going. Where are we up to? So Okay, what's this one? My mum has just texted me to tell me a lady I've known a long time just passed away from a heart attack. Amy Tunningsley, yeah. That's really sad. She's in shock. Yeah, that's what happens, like people are there 1 minute, and that's why you've got to appreciate what you have in your life half the time, because we get so caught up in the routine of the day, and then next minute they're gone. So if there's something that you need to say someone, say it. If you don't need to say anything, then you hold back. So you just hold back until it's time. Is that one? Did you do that one there?
Yeah.
Okay. I just saw that. Let's keep going. Natalie Kosanek. Hi, Lesley. Do you know what this full moon holds for me? Please and thank you. The full moon, yes. I don't really look at the full moon too much. I do more spiritual stuff, Lovey, but I do feel like everyone with a full moon, I notice that every time, and I said this many years ago when I was at a seminar, and there was a group of 10 of us on a circle desk, and we're all at this seminar, and I didn't realize at the time there was a couple of detectives, and there was a couple of other trainers and stuff. It was a training thing, and like train the trainer. Anyway, I said, we just were talking about full moon, and I said, does anyone believe in full moons? And sure as ever, the detectives jumped up in the air, and there was this other guy that worked in a one of those those specialist places where they put all the people that have lots of mental health issues and stuff like that. Anyway, they both they jumped up in the air and said, yeah, we believe, we don't want to work on that night, etc., because people start to go a bit weirdo. And I said, well, yeah, that's funny how you say that, because, everything that I see coming up leading into the full moon, and then at the full moon, and then out of the full moon. So like it goes on for about 2 or 3 days into it at the time of the moon, and then 2 or 3, 4 days out of it as well. And I just feel like you've got to kind of keep your mouth zippity zipped around that time, because otherwise you're going to be in trouble for anything, because people, their bodies are fluctuating. They've got all the fluid in their body, and that fluctuates with the moon and the tide and things like that. So it's different around the world or different areas. But yeah, I do believe in the full moon, and I do believe like the werewolves come out, so to speak, if that makes sense. But yes, I do feel like this is going to be a time where you need to learn to hold back, zippity zip, and don't say too much, because I just feel like there's the more that you say, the worse it's going to get. It's like you've got your foot in your mouth and you can't pull it out. You keep pulling the foot out and it just doesn't come out. So just hold back the reins until this full moon goes over, and then everything will start to settle down. Believe me, I feel it too around people as well. So, I'm a medium, so I feel a lot of things. And then if I don't like someone, normally I'll get that feeling before I've even met them. And say, for instance, if I'm doing a meeting at work or whatever, this has happened a few times, and someone comes to the meeting, and then sure as ever I'm going, oh my God, it's like, when Alison Dubois shakes the hand when she's in that show called Medium, and she shakes the hand of the person, she gets all these things about what that person's all about. Well, I already seen it before it even walked in my door. So, and I've done that before with work, and I've done that before with other things too. And you just can't pinpoint why you don't like them. Then later on you'll find out, or the boss will tell you something, oh wow, and I go, wow, that's why I didn't get a good vibe from them. So Dice Smith said, my dad's 6-year passing is coming up on July 4. Any messages from him, please? He said, now he's quite a witty man, Di, and he said that they put July 4 for him to celebrate him. Okay, so that's what he's saying. So that's very cute. Very, very witty of him. Okay, and I do feel like that he thinks that they made the July 4th for him. All right, it's quite cute. It's funny, and he's a witty person. This one, he's got his hand and his heart on his sleeve. He's got his hand on his heart and his heart on his sleeve. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm also getting 19 around you. So 1 and 9 is 10 in the month of October, as well as 1 on January. So January and October, I feel like January next year is going to be a trying time for you, just to get past that January into February. Things are going to be settling down. Okay, so hold the fort there as well. Keep your chin up as well. I feel like you're just kind of a bit low key at the moment. You got to lift up the vibration with yourself, like the music, or go for a walk, go for a brisk walk, so you can get all that energy burnt off. So over to you there, Ellie.
There was validation from
Vicky Daly.
She said, thank you, Lesley. My dad passed from small cell lung cancer, and if I recall, it was mostly the left side. I've been homeless for a year and just got offered a house, and my anxiety is high, but I'm thinking positive.
Beautiful.
That's a prob in the house and change.
That's the problem, the house and the change, yeah.
I've had a headache today and my mum
Oh.
has been getting them. Thank you so much. I'll stop spamming your feed now. Oh, blessings.
You're very cute. Oh, I love it. At least you're honest. You tell me you're spamming, but yeah, and I did see you. I didn't see all the spamming, so
She
it's quite
wasn't
ironic.
spamming.
Sometimes I don't see everything on here. It's amazing how different. Like Ellie's feed will be different to mine. She just had to notify me in the break that there was someone on there that was, doing naughty things, and then I couldn't see it. Here we had to go to the software to actually get it. So, but yeah, over to you there, Ellie. What have we got?
There was one from Susie McDonald. She said, "Thank you, Leslie. I was there when my mum was taking her last breath. Her whole body was clenched in pain. I understand our loved ones are around. She specifically called for me to be there. I miss her every day. I was so young. It has me speaking to my mum, searching for her to why she called for me. I feel she called for me to give me direction with the amount of responsibility she was leaving me. Thank you."
That's beautiful. Yeah, and they'll keep doing that because you'll always know if something's not right because it'll get harder and harder and harder for you. That's the best way I can tell you. That's how spirit works around you. Okay, so if spirit is wanting to make you learn lessons, things will get harder. Doesn't matter if it's work, relationship, kids, doesn't matter what on earth it is, it will get continuously harder and it'll step up a level, then it'll be another level until you work out. And some people will be there for 13, 20 years, 30, 40 years or whatever with a relationship, for example. And then one day they just go, no, I've had enough. That's it. They're gone. And the person that's dishing out all this remorse and all this pain to this person gets the biggest shock ever. So, a lot of people have a lot of patience when it comes to relationships. I'm using relationships as an example. But the only way I can tell you that if you want to learn your lessons, look at what spirit's giving you. Everybody has a spirit. Everybody has angels. Everyone has the universe to help. So they deliver in different ways, but it's how you acknowledge the delivery and how you acknowledge what they're doing for you in the background. That's the most important thing. But you've got to remember, if something's getting harder and harder and harder, there's a reason for it. There's no other way. Nothing's a coincidence anymore. I used to believe that things would and were, but not anymore, because I just see how spirit works and I see how all the links link up sometimes. Even like in my private readings, I'll get all this information for the first like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, doesn't matter what they give me, an hour, but everything links up through the whole reading. So back over to you there, Miss Ellie. No, not yet. Yeah, we just did one. What have we got here? Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, Zara James says, I pick up energies from people I meet all the time. Not sure if it's just the empath in me, but it gets tiring emotionally and physically. See, I don't have that issue. I pick up on energies, I pick up on spirit. I do psychic and mediumship readings, and I do not lose my energy because you're not protecting yourself around you. So the biggest tip I can give anybody that has a knowing feeling, or they have any kind of clairs or any kind of remote, it doesn't matter what it is they get from spirit or the knowing anything, that you need to put boundaries around the spirit guide sometimes. And that's what I say to my spirit. He knows now. As soon as I walk in this door, I don't get anything. It's like we turn the radio on, we're going live, and that's it, we're on. And my spirit knows that. He knows that he can't deliver anything beforehand, even though I've had that before, and I try and pull it back because I'll get all the pain before, and I don't want that. And then I say we're on at 9, we finish at 11, and that's it. I don't want nothing after it. I don't want all these spirits in the back of my car driving home with me, so to speak. So I just want to make sure that I drive home safely, get home, go to bed, and that's it. So that's what I want to do. I don't want to have all these spirits follow me home. So that's what I do, and I make sure there's boundaries around. It's like bunding the clock on when you start work and then bunding off when you finish work. So it's exactly the same thing for me. That's how I got taught too. So if you're feeling like emotionally and physically drained there, Zara, then you're not looking after spirit. Spirit's not doing the right thing, and it might be other negative energies around you that's latching to you, and that's just hanging. It's like putting 10 backpacks on your back and then trying to walk, and you're walking like a hunchback of, Nostradamus. You're walking like a hunchback around everywhere because you've got all this heavy negative. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, it's all on top of you. So you've got to make sure that you ask your spirit to get rid of them and send them off if you feel them, and just say, right, I'm on for 10 minutes, I'm off for 10, I'm off in 10 minutes, give me everything you want, and I'll write it down if you want to write it down, or I'll meditate, or whatever, however you want to work with yourself and spirit, and just get it over and done with. And then you'll start to get more messages. Then things will start to come much more clearer. But I don't ever feel drained. I mean, I do 100 readings a week, but I never feel drained. I always make sure, and if I do feel drained at the time, I'll say, that's it, I'm off air, I'm going to bed now from my live shows, because otherwise I'll be exhausted. So that's how it is for me, and it's very rare I do that. So Vicky Daly, sorry, not sure if I'm replying to people that are wishing me well. I'm not good with tech stuff, but thank you all. You're welcome there, Vicky. All good. Karen Riley, I rang my twin sister earlier tonight via video, and we have my angel son come through in a green orb present himself. That's beautiful. Very, very beautiful, Karen. Is there any other validations there, Ellie? Yep, over to you. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM. We nearly missed the ad. We were a bit late last time, and then we nearly missed it this time too.
Supply, install, and guarantee solid timber, engineered, laminate, and vinyl flooring, as well as carpet, blinds, and shutters. An authorised dealer of major brands like Boral.
Do we do that one, Ellie? Ellie? Oh, yeah, we did. Okay.
Or visit setimbers.com.au to arrange a free quote today. Station sponsor, SE Timber.
What about this one here? We've got that one to do.
When you were young, you lost your time away. That's what I got to do next. Haven't done that one yet.
Where all that time went. Taking Ergonet Advanced Daily can support an improvement in
wow, okay.
maintaining cardiovascular, circulation and artery health, and relieving inflammation. It's also a powerful.
I didn't write much for you, Di, but looks like whatever I've written was exactly what you wrote. October, January, February. January, October. I'm going to say February. Is February there? Well, there you go. Oh, wow. I feel tired around you, Di. You was just talking about being tired. Beautiful validation. Karen Riley sent photos. Okay, what's this?
Visit the City Centre Motel Pepsi on the Mid North Coast. Clean, comfortable rooms with friendly staff to give you that family hospitality to ensure your stay is enjoyable. Within walking distance of RSL, McDonald's, and various other local cafes and restaurants. Book on our webpage, pepsimotel.com, or contact us directly on 026562 7733. Station sponsor. Are you feeling out of breath, or do you have a lingering cough?
Thanks, Harvey.
Lung disease affects almost 1 in 3 Australians.
Is that person there off the feed, or is that one of them as well?
That was ages ago.
Yeah. Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You're with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. We have a validation there, Ellie, from Di Smith.
So Di Smith said, Dad's birthday is in January, as well as my parents' anniversary. My brother's birthday is October. My dad was a very funny guy. We used to tease us a lot, crack jokes. He was generous. He was also generous to all for. He was a kind person. Thank you for that message. I have been missing my parents lately. You are always 100% accurate with every reading you've given me. Thanks for all you do. Love and light. And she also said, I work 16-hour shifts.
Right. No wonder you're tired. That's what I was just saying. I just said that in the ad. I said, oh my God, Di, I feel really tired around you. That's what she's saying. Well, there you go. 16 hours on your feet. Oh my gosh. That's just full on. I used to do that every day. I used to do that when I used to do my personal training clients. It was like, anywhere from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. It was full on. Carol Lega, she says, I just want to say you are a very nice and generous person, and I thank you for giving your time as you do. Oh, thank you, Kathy. It's beautiful. Very beautiful. Yes, I do every Sunday night from 8 till 10 on my home show. It's the same page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. And then I also do Monday night from 9 to 11. And then Tuesday nights I do from 10 till midnight. Sometimes we finish early because that night's a bit heavy, because it does, that one there really knocks me about the following day. So I try and finish between 10:30, 11:30 and 12, depends on the night. So let's keep going. If you'd like to have a free media reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We stream live across 8 platforms, so Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, as well as 5 Facebook pages and the Alive 90.5 FM Facebook page. So Sheila McCarthy, she says, if you can see this, do you have anything for me? She says, new and trying. She says, Sheila from New York City, I think that is USA. Is it Ellie? NYS, is that New York's S? What's the S on the end? New York, is it? I don't know. We're from Sydney.
It's New York State.
New York State. Okay, I nearly got it right. I'm getting better.
Right.
Hmm?
Not the city, New York. It's the state.
New York. That's so cool. So I love to know who I'm helping around the world. So tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. If I miss your question, it's not because I'm deliberately doing. Remember, I've got Spirit leading me on the iPad. Here's my iPad here on the. You can see what I'm doing here. There you go. It's on the screen here, and I'm streaming live across 8 platforms. So I've got about 6 brains going at the moment, including Spirit. Spirit bashing me in the back of the head, huh? Ellie's counting all my brains. So what have we got? If you can see this, do you have anything for me, please? Sheila McCarthy. Now, I haven't seen your name on here before, but I feel like this is Irish. I don't know. I just get Sheila as an Irish name. I don't know why. And I just see and I just saw the green. You know how they have that green 4-leaf clover thing? Is that correct? What they have there, Ellie? And look, that's my 4-leaf clover. Can you believe how terrible that drawing is?
It looks like a flower.
A flower. Well, it's supposed to be a 4-leaf clover. Can anyone see that? And I can only draw Elmo.
The lucky.
Yeah, the lucky 4-leaf clover. That's what I just saw. It's green. And I do feel like green is a good color for you. It's like the same to me, the green color of the green note, which is the $100 note. I don't know why, the notes. But okay, so I just got pain in my right ovary. So if that's not you, I feel like this is a young lady around you that has issues or cysts on the ovaries. That was very painful. So this was on the right side of my ovary, around that area there. I don't know what it happened again. So definitely this is not me, because I never had this before I started. So definitely someone around you. And I just heard endometriosis as well. So does someone around you have endo or had endometriosis? A lot of anxiety around you as well. And I feel like this is around the family as well. Okay, so lots of issues around the family. And I feel like there's some people that are just not, quite like you. They're just not pleasant. Okay, so hold back the reins with them. I don't want you to give them the time of day. I just feel like they're just being nasty for no reason at all, and I'll leave that there. But yeah, I'm also getting 12 around you for December, so big changes coming up around December, and this is not just because it's Christmas, but I do feel like big changes. And who's the person that has the issues with the eyes? Because I feel like I need to roll my eyes up. I feel like they've got something in them, or someone's been crying so much that they're swollen. Something's not right with the eyes. And I'll leave that there. If you could type in capitals validation and then just put it in the feed there, and then Ellie will pick it up. Any other validations, Ellie? All right, let's keep going. Okay, so I do free media readings live on the show here. So I'll put my neck on the line every single time I go live. That's how much I trust my spirit. I've got about 3,000 validations in my albums. I've got more to put up, and probably another 1,000, I think. Ellie, what would you say about that? Maybe I just haven't had time to do them.
You're a bit behind.
Huh?
You're a bit behind.
I'm a bit behind. She's always been really nice to me. When I'm really, really too far behind, she always says I'm a bit behind. I love it. She tries to make me feel better. So Angie Hocking, I'm in the UK. It's 1:30 in the afternoon here. That's cool. Vicky Daly, I'm so curious to know, and please nobody go at me, but when we are having, okay. Yes. No, I don't feel like that. I just read the rest of that question. No. So spirit and the universe leave you alone when you go and have showers and stuff like that, okay? You get my drift. They don't go and follow you, to the bathroom and stuff like that. They don't show me stuff like that. Well, I don't want to know that. They probably do, but I don't want to know. So I just block that part out, okay? Okay, let's keep going. So we've got someone here asking me, so Diana Hall, can I please get a card reading? No, because I don't do cards. I want to know, will I move into a house, not an apartment? Well, you will when you get some manners, because you're not even saying please or thank you. And then also I don't do cards. Sorry, but and this is my desk. That's my desk, okay? I don't think it's too much to ask for someone to be, have some manners. Karen Riley, I'm going to be straight up. I certainly don't think so. Clean your mind. Okay. I get what you're saying, Karen. Okay, fair enough. So Sheila McCarthy, I have had a total hysterometry for endometriosis. There you go. I just said it. Look, I've written it there. 100%. So Sheila got it 100%. Sheila and endometriosis. There you go. How would I have known that if Spirit didn't tell me? Should I have never heard of you before on my show? And she said, so write it all in one, validation all in one, and then just, put it up on the page so that Ellie can get it for me. Okay, let's go. Wendy Harvey. So Harvey is my spirit writer, and she's just made me laugh because I know how she's thinking. She says, I love it when you draw, but at least you always give it a go, because she knows that my flower, or that's supposed to be my green 4-leaf clover, but it looks more like someone's just screwed up a flower. But anyway, threw it in the bin. But anyway, I can't draw to save my life. I can only draw Elmo. So Vicky Daly, thank you. It's something I've always wondered. Okay. Yeah. So what else have I got here? Diane Marie, is there anything in my daughter's house? Beck, because today I was there looking after my grandsons, could see a faint black smoky cloud type that was in the lounge room. I went like it was passing through. I have no idea what it was. Yes, I do believe that. If you're seeing it, you're probably part of a medium as well. And to get rid of it, because these things that hang around the home, okay, they're not pets, guys. If you see or feel something in the home, I know this is going to sound crazy to some people, but if you see something in your home or feel it around you, if it's not making you feel good, then you need to get rid of it, because it's not a pet. You acknowledge it, you send it off. You say, thank you for coming here, blah blah blah, but get out of my house. You don't need to be too polite, because you don't know what it is. It's like me. Okay, so if I do a reading for somebody and they've got a lot of people that have passed over from the other side, I would never open my door and let a whole football team of strangers that I don't know come through my door. So you've got to remember who you've got in your house, especially spirit, because it can attach to you from outside and come inside. And then you wonder why, communication breaks down, and then there's different things going on in the house, and everyone's, under chaos moments and stuff like that. And all of a sudden it just gets worse, and then it gets a little bit better, then it gets worse and worse, and it gets a little bit better. And that's what happens in the home. I've seen that a few times. I've even seen spirit, like negative and bad spirit, like if a person's lying in bed, I've seen them and I've told them, I feel like this energy is just coming over the top of you and just hovering over top of you, and you're paralyzed. You can't move at night when you sleep. And they go, oh my God, Lesley, that is so true. How does that work, And that's because I see them as a dark shadow coming over the top. It's like the Harry Potter movie where I don't know, what do they call them in the Harry Potter movie, Ellie, where they fly through the air and they're like that dark shadow? What are they?
The Death Eaters or the Dementors?
Well,
the ones that suck like the soul, or
yeah, probably that one.
Or
I'd say.
the I won't say that word, but
no.
Voldemort's following.
Yeah,
the
that
Death
one
Eaters.
there, that one there.
The
Yeah,
Death Eaters,
yeah.
them.
They're like the shadow, and they just they swim around. That's what they remind me of.
Huh? I'm a huge Potterhead, sorry.
You're Potterhead.
Huge Potterhead.
Yeah, fair enough. As long as you're not a pothead. Okay. Diana Hung, she says, my husband Now, I don't like this word, died. I do not want anybody using the word died 6 months ago. You need to say passed over, guys, because when you say died or dead or death, it's end. To me, it's always the end of the road. It's like there's no turning back, no soul coming back to you. You want them to be around you. So you always say that they've passed over. Okay, because that's what's happened. They have passed across to the other side of the universe. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. Yes, and I feel a lot of anxiety around you too. Where was I up to? I was looking at something here. Yeah, so going back to Diane Marie, you need to get that energy out of the house so it doesn't cause havoc in the house. Okay, it won't make, and this is going to sound crazy, children sick and things like that. Okay, because it's negative energy. It'll start, hovering in one room and stuff like that. So get it out. I've seen that 100,000 times. And I ask people on my shows, do you have a room in your home? Because I can see the room. Do you have a room in your home that's darker and dingier, more colder than normal? Because that's where they stay. That's where they hover around in the room. Believe it or not, just, yeah. It definitely, I don't need to BS this stuff. It's actually, right. It's in my face anyway, if it's not in yours. Okay. So we always say passed over. So, Kathy Liga, good question. Does sage take care of bad spirits? So, I'm going to give you two scenarios here. So, Alison Dubois, I did her courses and learned from her. She still sends me stuff now. But she's got a video on YouTube that's all about how to remove, bad energies in the home or spirit in the home, and to replace good energy and good spirit in the home, because she says you need to use sage to remove it and use sweet grass to put the good energy back into the home. But that's her. For me, I don't do anything like that. I don't even sage anything. I don't think I could even stand the smell of sage because I don't like incense at all. I hate it. That's a strong word because I do really dislike it. And I don't do anything. All I do is I ask spirit. Now you can imagine all the readings that I do and all the people that I speak to from the other side, like the messages I get. You can imagine if I wasn't protected by my spirit guide, especially, how many things I would have attached to me and take home. Okay, so I don't need to do that at home because I trust my spirit 1000% to protect me, and I ask him to do me, Ellie, the home, studio, cars, pets, everything. My daughter, you name it, work, everything. So I always rely on spirit. And I said to spirit the other day, because I didn't want something to happen to a friend. And anyway, and I said to spirit the other day, I said, can you please do something that will stop this person from doing this? And I can't say too much about it. Anyway, today I get a message from somebody saying blah, blah, blah. And they're not going to do something. So, and I thought, oh wow, that is really powerful. And I only thought of that last night because I did not want them to suffer. So it's how you think about spirit. I do believe that, when you're a medium, you can actually have that conversation a lot better with the other side as well. But sage, there's a lot of people that use sage, and there's a lot of people that use a lot of crystals. They put, I used to have psychics that used to come on my show, and then they couldn't even put their arms up because all the crystals would fall out from underneath their armpits. So I don't use crystals. I don't use anything. Sometimes I'll bring my Moldavite here with me, just because I'm paying respect to the person that gave it to me. It's not cheap, it's expensive. So yeah. So Vicky Daly, does saging work? Well, it just depends on the person. Like they say, does keto work? Does this work? It just depends on the person. I don't do anything. I just put on a lavender oil or a eucalyptus oil or a sweet what's the other one? There's a sweet not basil, sweet. I've forgotten it. Anyway, I'll think of it later. I just put oils on at home, and I just love the smell of oils because I like pretty things. I don't like that really, I don't know, that sagey thing, I guess. Angie says, oh, well, I've had a feeling of being held down and I couldn't move. It was when I was in bed at night, but I just thought I was dreaming. Could this have been something else? Yes, that's what I just said. So I just saw your message, but I literally just said that 2 minutes ago. 100%. You need to acknowledge these things and get them out of the house. Acknowledge them, send them off. Just get them out of the house. You don't need them. They're not pets. They're not things that you should be proud of talking about and having around the house, because you don't know what it is. And as much as you're not experienced from the other side, you just don't know what you're dealing with. So you just get it out, regardless. You'll always know if it's a good spirit, because they won't want to hurt you. They don't want to put fear into you. They don't want to. They'll show you in beautiful ways, and they'll show you, friendly, happy ways of things, like putting a song on the radio that reminded you of them, or putting, the lights on, or flickering the lights for you, or, showing you like a feather in your bed out of all places, so you'll get things like that. So, yes, let's keep going. Yeah, that's better. Beautiful, Diana. My husband passed 6 months ago. May I get a reading? So as much as people, still suffering, etc., there's a lot of people that don't realize spirit is always there, always beside you, and they never leave. The soul never dies, and never goes away. And I don't like saying die, because it passes over. The soul always passes over, guys. So I do get 18 around you, and 9 in September for you as well. Lots of Septembers tonight. I'm also getting 11 and November as well. So September, October, November, I feel like that was a trying time for you. Okay, they're saying to me 3 months. Okay, that's what, I don't know what the 3 months means, but I feel like it's for these 3 months. I'm also getting so 11. They just said 11 again, so we'll leave it at 11. Was this 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. around? What was because they just showed me the time 11:11, or have you been seeing the numerology 11:11 or 1:11 or something like that? Because I feel like that's a sign for you. Okay, so they just showed me 11:11, but I don't know if they mean 11 a.m. or passing, funeral, or something like that, because I do feel like something around the funeral was 11. The numbers are important, I just heard. Numbers are important. Yeah. And I'm also getting 3 around you. So 3 and March. Okay. So was there a necklace or something like that a past loved one? I'm not talking about your husband. Oh my God, she frightened me. I wasn't talking about like your husband, but I feel like this is an elderly lady that's around you as well. I feel like there's someone that had a necklace or some form of chain on the neck that this is unusual. It looks like not even a rosary bead or something like that. I don't know. It's like a bead thing. Beads necklace. And they're also showing me the ring. Do you have something of him? Because they're showing me holding something of your husband's in bed at night. Okay, and he's right behind you. Even if you turn over, you will see the dent in the pillow. Okay, because I just saw the dent in the pillow. Lots of things going on around you, and it's very overwhelming for you, because I feel like he was like the stable table. I just heard he was quite witty and funny as well. He used to have did he used to wear like dark blue jeans, or what's a photo of him in dark blue jeans or with his hand in his pocket? Okay, I see his hand in his pocket. He's saying I looked good then. Did he also have issues with his stomach? Did he? And is this what happened as well? And I feel really dry in the mouth. So this man's lips were very dry, and I feel like your lips are dry. Was it you dizzy, or was he dizzy? Because I feel quite dizzy right now. And he's also showing me that the lips are really, really dry. Lips are cracked. He says my lips were cracked. And I'll leave that there. But the message for you is to keep your chin up there, love. He's always with you. He's right beside you. And I'm getting 13. Did I say 13? No, I'm getting 13, 4, and April as well. So lots of numbers for you. And if you could just type in capitals validation and write it up there for Ellie, and then we'll pick it up here at this end. Thank you, and I'm sorry for your loss. Vicky Daly, she says, crystals gave me bad vibes. I can't use them. Fair enough. I'm just a plain Jane. I just do psychic and mediumship readings. I don't fluff nothing up to make it into something fancy like some people do and wear all the, the rainbow colors and whatever else. Even though I've got orange on tonight, I don't fluff things up like that. I just go in there, bang, 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 do my readings, and that's it. I'm out of there. And I just, I think that's more respectful to spirit than playing games with them with all this stuff.
It's pink. It's pink.
It's pink, is it? Is that orange?
It's pink.
See,
looks
I'm a bit
pink to me.
colorblind. Ellie said that
It
this is
looks pink
pink,
to
but
me.
I reckon it's orange.
It's pink.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's pastel pink.
Pastel pink, is it? I think it's
I also
pastel
have a
orange.
validation.
Okay, over to you.
So Sheila McCarthy said, I had a complete hysterectomy, endometriosis and
Oh.
cysts. Two of my sisters also hysterectomies in their
Wow.
30s like me. Sister has cataracts and macrodegeneration.
Oh,
My eyes are troubling me. Two sisters don't speak to me. Lots of trauma in my life. Saw a psychic who told me I will get some money and that I have gifts for healing.
yeah, right. Okay. Well, there you go. How would I have known that if it's not full-blown spirit with me right now? So out of all the ailments I could have picked in the world, but spirit kept giving me that pain in that right ovary there. And I went, oh my God, that's definitely not me. I don't want it to be me. No, there you go. Natalie Kosinick said it's orange. Sissy Galloway said orange. Tanya Aiken said peach.
It's pink.
Well, you're confusing my brain now because if I'm a bit colorblind, but I'm not that blind, Ellie. So
It looks pink to me.
yeah.
Like
Well,
pastel pinkish.
oh God, now I'm going to be thinking what other colors are. What color is that, Ellie? Black.
Grey.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Well, I am a bit colorblind. I remember I used to sell tiles for a company, and I used to have to ask the customers, "What color do you think that is?" If someone didn't write the color on the back for me, because I couldn't tell. I was so bad at that. The colors. Oh my God! Even though I sold $1.251 million in the first year, I had 113 customers. The good old days. Never mind. I'm in a much better role right now. So it looks orange to me. Yep, I'm hearing it. So
I don't know, maybe I'm colorblind.
Leona Sunday said it's peach on our end. Pinky orange, perhaps. Tanya Aiken said apricot. I think more peachy apricot. Yeah, I think you're right, Angie. Wendy Harvey said light orange. Yeah, I think so too. Maybe it's you, Ellie. Never mind, but we're going to keep going. What do we got? We've got 9 minutes. We've got about 8 minutes and then we're going to finish. So if you've got a question, send it to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. I'm right here. I've got pain in my right leg. So the right knee is giving me a little bit of heartache. So I'm going to find this person. And I feel really dry around the mouth as well. Yes. I'd spent Saturday night, I did Psychic TV with Harry T, which was just amazing. And he always makes me laugh, that guy. He says that I think like him. He always says that like every time I say something that I'm reading his mind, I go, oh yeah, well, I must be psychic. But it's a good show. I love working with him. He's amazing. Brenda Thompson, laughing out loud. I jumped from her sneeze too. Yeah, well, I jumped as well. So yeah, everyone's saying bless you, Ellie. You did give me a fright though.
You're welcome.
And she looks like she just likes to. Donna Who says, does he know when I'll move into the house? To the house? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen straight away. I feel like this is going to be after October. So Zara Jane, she said, Lesley, sorry to be a pest, yes, but could you please tell me if you feel anything around me? Didn't I just do her, Ellie?
No, you did.
Who was it? Who didn't I remember saying? I
Diana
answered her
Hall.
questions.
You did Diana Hall, I think.
Yeah, but I answered her questions. Didn't I answer her questions about the spirit question? I'll come back. I'll come back tomorrow night, I'm hearing. I don't feel like it's right today. I think I've got more tomorrow. Vicky Doty looks orange to me. Yes, I think it's peach. Yes, orange. Looks a pastel. Yes. Andy Dan. Any good night, she says. Michelle Coburn. I would just like to say thank you, Leslie Ellie, for a great night. Hopefully I will start on the right page tomorrow. Also thank you so much, Wendy Harvey, for taking the time to share your beautiful prayers. It's truly appreciated. Everyone have a beautiful day tomorrow and stay safe. You're very beautiful. that's the lady that comes to my platform shows, my live stage shows, and she buys me. She gives me this beautiful necklace. Look at that. She gives me that, and then she's bought me a dream catcher, which is in my bathroom. And every morning I put up the blind, and the crystals in it, because they're real crystals, they all just shine through my bathroom. It's just so pretty. So let's keep going. What else have we got here? Helen Wood, she's off to bed. Good night. Sharon Jordan, all have a nice day tomorrow. Sissy Galloway, can you tell me what the big white orb means? It showed itself to my daughter and me, please. Oh, some people, I don't know. Someone said to me, who was it? I'm trying to think who it was that said to me that I was at home doing a home show, and someone said to me, it was a lady from the States, and I can't remember her name, but she said to me, Lesley, you just had a massive orb. She sent me a video of it behind me. So, but I don't know what orbs mean. I just know that there's spirit, but I don't actually 100% believe in orbs until I really see it. I'm not sure. I think it's just a fancy name at the moment. I don't know. I'm not going to say too much more because I don't know, and I don't want to, make something fit. I'm not about to BS you with that one. So maybe ask someone that understands orbs a bit more than me. So, and I'll leave that there. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Live now. Okay, live now. I have missed you. No, you haven't. I'm still here. I missed your show again. So tomorrow night, I'm on at 10 o'clock. Sydney time, Sydney Australian time tomorrow night on the live show. So you need to come over to Psychics on Radio, Angels on there to see it there. Natalie Kosanik, she says, thinking about what you said earlier about keeping a tight lip, she says it makes sense. Sheila McCarthy says, thank you. I needed to hear these things. Beautiful. What's that one? Sarah McBride, hello there. Sorry, that was my thought page. I don't understand that one. Sorry. Oh, that was my tarot page. Fair enough. Interesting show tonight. Thank you for everything, Vicky Daly. You're welcome. So, Angie Hocking, I love listening to your show, Lizzie and Ellie. Thank you so much for doing this. So grateful that I came across your Facebook page. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Angie. Well, let's do the prayer, and then we'll say good night. Right, what we got here? Miss Harvey. So, this prayer here is, so I want you to think about your past loved ones. So, words and prayers. Sitting here thinking of words or maybe a prayer, do these words matter? Do you really care? Do they make you wonder as you take them all in? Maybe they give you faith, so let us begin. Do they bring you joy, love, and sometimes peace? This is within you. It is all down to your own beliefs. I pray that they give you something on your way through. Nobody can answer that. It is what you feel to be true. Words are powerful, be them good or bad. We pray that you feel comfort while feeling quite sad. Life can be very harsh on our way through. Try to be positive. This will help. Know this to be true. You are worthy and unique in so many ways, hence why many pray, be it night or day. Love and light and blessings, and good night to everybody. You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM, and we'll see you tomorrow night. And Ellie, do we have any more validations before we go? Nope. And we'll say good night. See you. Bye. Right. Oh, I knocked over my drink. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night.